Tony D and Little Joan was Screenwriter's Rant on The Year Between, starring Steve Buscemi, and a movie about this woman who's bipolar. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget Kindle Unlimited is free. So those of you out there probably familiar with bipolar disorder. Basically, it's someone who goes from being super up, super productive to depressed, and kind of just goes back and forth in those modes, and it can be very difficult for the person and the people around them. I've known a couple of people who are bipolar, at least one. Yeah, not a fun time. Not a fun time, but there are drugs to treat them, and so it's about a young woman who's bipolar and struggling with it, and her family struggles, and everybody struggles. So it's like a slice of life drama. Doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks okay. So at some point, I guess she gets some sort of, handle on it, and there's a climax, and these are all her family. So it's kind of like a family drama. Written and directed by Alex Heller. It's based on a true story, so I assume Alex has some dealings. Maybe it's his sister in real life. I don't know. Steve Buscemi is the dad. Oh, Alex Heller, is that? It's one of the characters. So who is Alex Heller is the question. Let's see. IMDb. Gotta see this. Alex Heller. Director, The Year in Between. This came out in 22. Oh, she is the main character. There you go. Here she is growing her hair back. So good on you, Alex. Doing all the heavy lifting there. Starring, directing. So maybe this is a personal story for her. Maybe she is bipolar. Wouldn't be surprising, that someone would fund this movie, this kind of project in this day and age. But, everybody has different levels of mental illness, so to speak. And I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It looks interesting. I mean, because I think the disorder's more interesting rather than depressing. I mean, there'll be moments of drama, but moments of levity during their manic episodes, her manic episodes, I'll say. So here she is overspending and then stealing and then shaving her head. So, but in the end, she seems to come through it all, and the family struggles through it. Buscemi's a good actor, so I could be down for watching this. I'm not sure what she's doing here, running around in her underwear, getting arrested. The year between what is the question? This is the year she gets a handle on it, I guess. So, and they play that song, I forget what it's called. Hey, yay, yay. That song where the woman's going, hey, yay, yay. I say, hey. I don't like that song. Would I see this movie? Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't go to the theaters for it. This is definitely a TV movie for me. So, first act, she is struggling with her bipolar situation. Maybe she's depressed. They take her to the doctor, like in this scene. Doctor is trying to get her through it. Maybe she's just been diagnosed. I get the sense maybe it's a new diagnosis. And so then she comes back home and she's struggling and trying to tell the family. They don't really understand. They get some of it, but not all of it. And second act, she just gets increasingly more frustrated and worse, and does all the things they're saying bipolar people do. She overspends, she steals, she gets in trouble with the cops. She has manic episodes where I think she's a painter. That's very typical for someone with bipolar disorder. They'll be an artist. They make good artists, I guess, when you think about it, because that's kind of the way artists are. It's kind of the way I am, although I don't think I'm bipolar. And then at some point, she shaves her head and things are really bad. But then I think she falls in love. I think there's a love scene. Maybe that helps her. And then things come to a head with her family. Things look bad. She goes to her therapist. She kisses her new boyfriend. I guess this is her boyfriend. And things come to a head, and then she has some sort of revelation. And maybe she could get through it after all, is the end of the movie. Or she does. And then there's a little blurb at the end about bipolar people, and maybe Alex in particular, and she makes a movie and becomes famous, but she sort of deals with her problem. I think that's the end of the movie. Whatever the end of the movie is, she kind of deals with her problem as best she can, and life goes on. Because that's the only way you could kind of end slice of life movies, really. They just kind of end, life goes on. Well. And then Steve Buscemi gets to be in another movie. All right, that's it. That's all I could think. I mean, if you like these kind of slices, I think it'll be a decent drama. It says drama movie. Let's see if there's a write-up. No, it's from Gravitas. They're okay. They do a lot of interesting films. So yeah, the year between. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. I'm not sure when I'll get around to putting those base takes up, because I got to go to Gator Weekend in One More Bar in Tabernacle, New Jersey, out on 206. I'll be there at 2 in the wind, selling the Pineys. Right, Little Joan? Little Joan's, yes, you, Little Joan. I'm talking to you. You should have been in the video. You missed the whole thing. So come on out to One More Bar if you can. Book 11 of the Pineys drops soon. Hope to see you in One More Bar, and we'll see you later on more videos.